Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. My hair is in a very strange state because I'm in the middle of a showdown going between Jane Carter Solution and DEVACURL Super Cream. That video will be out. Not sure before or this one, but it will be out. We're taking a look at the new Wet n Wild Flights of Fancy collection. I don't have all the pieces, but I just sprang onto it when I visited my local Walgreens. Was not expecting to see it, so I picked up a couple of things. You can get the whole box for $34.99. That includes the 3 blushes. It seems like there's 2 liquid liners, a lip scrub, 4 lip glosses, 3 eyeshadow palettes, and a primer spray. They also sell their nail collection box, which houses 6 colors. They look really nice. I just picked up one of the eyeshadow palettes as well as 3 blushes, just all 3 shades. I could have picked one, but I had a hard time. It was definitely a moment of weakness as they were all just staring at me beautifully from their display. Their beautiful shimmery glory. Take a look at those. I also picked up their cushion foundation, which I was always skeptical about because it was very hard for me to decipher which shade would be the right one for me. We'll talk about that later. The brush that comes with the Flights of Fancy collection, as well as one of their gloss shades. And without further ado, let's take flights. Already have the brows on as well as prepped lids. A quick history about cushion foundations. The first cushion compact was designed by Amore Pacific, a very prestigious Korean beauty brand. Their first compact launched in March 2008, and from then everyone and their mom has been doing cushion foundations. The premise was to create a foundation that was also chock full of skincare benefits, especially sun protection. Not only will you get the coverage, but you'll also get hydrating benefits, brightening, and protecting benefits from the sun and environmental stressors. It is a very convenient setup as you have the actual compact, you have the mirror, and the foundation solution in a sponge compact that's housed in the whole unit. The shade I got was Honey Beige, and that is said to be medium tan warm. Now Miss Honey was looking a little orange, so I really didn't know if she was going to be right for me. It's hard to see because in front of my window on the reflect, but in store it looked super orange and I was not. I did try this on my face because I'm impatient and am a terrible first impressioner. This is how the compact looks, and when you open it, you have the sponge applicator housed on top, and the lid, when you open, will reveal, if I could open it, will reveal the foundation sponge. All the foundation is in this sponge, and you could use your favorite beauty sponge or a kabuki brush to get the product out. This is how the shade looks, and I was surprised considering how orange it looked on the box that it actually applied very neutral on me. The only primer I have now is just that my skin was prepped from earlier when doing my morning routine. I already know that I need to use a brush because if I go in with the beauty sponge, sponge on sponge is not going to yield the most coverage. And for obvious reasons, I need all the coverage. Taking my Wayne Goss number 1, I'm going to staple that in straight into the sponge and see how that goes. Okay. Again, I tried this on, but on a very small patch of skin. This is Luminous, lightweight, and buildable. Is a hydrating formula. I think the most it will go up to is a medium coverage, because right now, I have to say, the color match is pretty good. It doesn't look orange in person, nor does it look orange on camera, I feel. Again, though, because of its light coverage, it's not going to cover my heavy-duty scars that I have on my cheeks. This is a nice alternative to BB creams, CC creams, tinted moisturizers. It has the same role, again providing some coverage, but with the hydrating benefits as well as the protecting ones. It'll even you out if you have any redness, any unevenness. I do, especially around here, just to kind of pull the whole face together, make it look unified. There is a fragrance. It's not very heavy, but it is there. If you are very fragrance sensitive, I would I would be okay, you would be okay, but I would rather it be fragrance free. I feel a lot of cushion compacts have a strong fragrance to their formulas, which I feel not necessary, you know. Here's a close-up of how my skin, I mean, ignore this. I like how my skin looks. It definitely appears luminous for sure. It's not super dewy. If you're super oily, maybe you will have to set with powder. It does dry down a bit, which kind of leaves me alone with the satin finish. As nice as this cushion is, I'm still taking my Hourglass honey stick because I need to cover these little things that I have. Cannot show. Oh, much better. Pop on some concealer. This is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Long Wear. As of late, I've just been dotting and using my fingers to blend. Sometimes I just don't want to clean the sponge, wet the sponge, squeeze the sponge. I figure this is just easier sometimes. Wet n Wild does have concealers. I unfortunately did not pick one up, but in the event that I get my hands on one, I'll just do a get ready with me so you see how it goes. I set that concealer with my Hourglass Veil Loose Powder, my new fave. I'm taking my fluffy brush just to press the powder in, lightly dusting over my lids to prep them for our shadows. Oh, I forgot I got something else to show you. Maybe I'll do it later. Maybe it won't be a total disaster over powder. We shall find out together. Setting the rest of my face with my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Compact in the shade 7. I get the whole point of a luminous compact foundation is just to be easy breezy, no makeup, my skin looks like this every day. My skin is looking wretched, and I figured I would just save that for occasion where my skin looks a little better. Because in the summertime, you don't want to set with powder if you're avoiding that heavy type of feeling. I don't mind because I wear so much makeup every day. I get it if it could feel a little heavy on the skin if you set with the powder. This is just to provide a little extra coverage as well as to bump up the longevity of the compact foundation. Right, it's time to zoom in a little closer. This compact is from the Flights of Fancy collection and it is called Hasta la Costa, baby. That's so cute. Of course, I'm a total nutball and you'll see all prices up next to me because I forgot to look into that. Thanks, Final Cut Pro. You open the compact, the wells are separated by shades, obviously, Alicia. You also see that they have the directions embossed in the actual shade. You have this as your transition, then you have this, what does it say? It says brow bone. This says eyelid and this says crease. It used to, but quick swatches for you just to see how these are looking. Transition color is, I mean, you can barely see that it's there. The fun shade is looking good though. This is more like a satin. It looks like a shimmer in the pan, but it blends out satin, which I can understand why it could be used as a crease shade. But that's the only crease shade we got in here, so we have to make with what we have. Taking the transition shade with my Wayne Goss number 16. Learn my lesson, these curls take all the focus. Something is showing. It's coming up. Very kickbacky in the pan. So if you're afraid to fall out, make sure you tap off before you go in on your lid. I suggest if you are my complexion or deeper that you use your favorite crease shade because this is barely showing up. I get that it might be helpful before you go in with the purple, which is what we're gonna do now. I'm taking a small packing brush because I have a feeling that this shade will work out if I pack it in first and then blend out versus go in blending with it right away. I'm gonna take that purple shade. And then I'm gonna pack that in. Okay. I have a feeling we're gonna be here for a while. Taking my Wayne number 4 I'm not sure how this will work, but we're gonna give it a shot. It's a nice purple, but I'm having a bit of trouble blending it out. Because although it's not super, I mean, it is shimmery, but I thought it will blend a lot better. And here I'm just going directly in with the number 4, and it barely shows up. You're really gonna have to take time in building this pigmentation on the crease. I mean, I feel like it will work a lot better just as an accent lid shade, but it said crease, so I don't know. Getting some fallout, but it's actually not a disaster. Like, I could probably manage just to kick it off with my brush and it won't leave anything behind. I'm back and forth between both eyelids. So it will eventually build, but you're gonna have to spend a little bit of time on it. Of course, this skipped on me. Building the outer V a little bit more too, since now I could see the shape. I'm more confident in filling it up. If there's any particles that we might see, just take care of that. Lid shade is this very beautiful turquoise shade. Definitely will, I think we're gonna cut, are we gonna do a cut crease? It's been a while since I've done a cut crease. I think that's kind of it, but it's not super sharp. I haven't done these in a while. You're like, excuses, stop sucking. I'm gonna do the other eye and I'll be right back. We cut the lid. Not too bad, it could be better. I definitely need to use this brush going forward. It's just easier to get that sharp line. Now with my shader number 7 in the turquoise color. Whoa. Let's first pack it in without our Fix Plus. Oh snap. That's not bad at all. I really loaded that brush and I did not get any fallout. Probably because it's helpful to not swipe but pat instead. And it's stuck well on the concealer. Oh, excuse me. I am taking the pencil brush with the purple shade. And I want to deepen the border here. Create more depth. Not bad! Now you know we're going to do a cut crease. We got to do the wing. And I have the Wet n Wild Mega Slim Skinny Tip Eyeliner, which is very tiny. This is definitely more ideal for the inner corner, and I think they have a bigger brush felt tip, but this is what we got. Not bad. It has really nice glide. It's super black. It dries more matte than satin, so that's good. The shorter tip actually makes it tougher for the bigger wing because you don't have enough brush to cover that amount of surface area that I feel is easier to work with when drawing the bigger wing. Beautiful for the inner part of the eye. That's very hard to get precise when the brush tip is bigger. Going with the pencil brush with the purple shade to the lower lash line. Taking the brow bone shade that I totally vandalized with my MAC shader to the brow bone area. A satin finish, nice brightening effect to the brow bone. I might change my mind about putting this to the inner corner, but we could always cover it up. I decided to apply some falsies because I found that with cut creases is very dramatic and my poor little lashes get left behind. I applied the Blinking Beauty in number 4. They're very wispy but not super thick so that you can still see the turquoise. I also find this little mini helpful to block out any color that the lash line might have so it can look super black against your lid. The smaller tip makes it very easy to maneuver around it this way. Bronze up with my Hourglass Radiance. I wanted to try out the Megaglo Hello Halo. Big, nice doe foot applicator. This is what I remembered at the time that I forgot to apply, but we're gonna do that just to the cheekbone area. My fingers to blend that out. I used this the other day and it is like, highlighty. Ideally, I would use this with a sponge because it takes away some of the product and just kind of helps to blend out better. Taking my Smith brush to help with that. The same here. I think that's a really pretty liquid highlighter. I was actually very surprised to have discovered how well this blends. The shade is beautiful. It's a champagne gold. I think it looks really nice on my skin tone. I'm taking an older Megaglo highlighting powder from Wet n Wild. This is in the shade Precious Petals. I think it will go really nicely on top of the Goddess Glow. That's a nice combo. Let's take a look at these blushes. Again, I purchased all 3 shades. And this is a limited edition collection. I am sorry to not have mentioned that before. It's a baked blush formula. This Hummingbird Hype. Really pretty. Don't flutter yourself. Lastly, Dare to Soar. Hummingbird Hype, I think, is my favorite. I did try all of these on just on my cheeks very in a rushed manner because that peachy duochrome shade just gives a nice highlight to the cheek. It's very hard in this area because I have some well, I have all the pores there. But the shade looks really nice. And what I'm going to do is use their blush that came with the collection. It's dirty because I already cracked into it. Like a true reviewer, wanted to show you the packaging, so I put it in there. I love the design of the packaging with the white and black zigzag and the bird of paradise flowers. I think that's what they're called. This is the P72 blush brush, synthetic, cruelty free of course, and it has this really nice lavender chrome shade to the handle. What I'm gonna do, I think, is apply Dare to Soar. I know it's very hot pink, but kind of have to work it in because it's actually very pigmented. So I believe this shade on deeper skin tones will just look heavenly. I'm tapping it between the highlight and the bronzing shade. And with Hummingbird Hype, same brush, but right on the tops of the cheeks. I love that color. Still fixing this because I'm a perfectionist. I'm gonna put Hummingbird Hype to the inner corner because I think that will look really pretty as a highlight there. Taking my Wayne Goss number 13 in with a little bit of the Veil Loose. I'm gonna do a final buff of the highlighting shades, the blush, and the bronzer. Lastly, we'll top it off with their lip gloss in the shade Featherless. Top has that zigzag pattern with the hummingbirds on them. I think it has a bit of tint to it. It looks very pink. I wanted to use my Marc Jacobs liner in, where is it? Grapevine to my waterline. Okay, now we can spritz. And here's the finished look with the Wet n Wild Flights of Fancy collection, or some of it. For the most part, I love this mega cushion a lot. I think it's a nice escape from my usual Hourglass stick and also my Arborian BB cream that I like to use sometimes. I didn't have intentions of checking to see if it changed color at all, but I've been doing my makeup for a little while and I feel it would have by now, and it stayed true to the shade that it originally applied as. I do look warmer than my body because my body's not tan, because the next shade over I think would have been too warm and the next shade lighter was just too light. So I feel the concealer helped a little bit, and if I needed to lighten it up I could always go in with my Hourglass Stick and Sand to, again, just adjust the shade a little bit. I was very impressed by this turquoise shade. This, I didn't even apply this wet. I can't even imagine how it looks like with it wet. And the color turquoise is spot on. Sign off details about this collection. It is a limited edition and cruelty free. It's still in stock online, and I'm sure a lot of your local drugstores will still have it on their displays. My favorite product out of this collection is definitely the Coloricon Baked Blush in Hummingbird Hype. It's like a peachy duochrome shade, and I think it just adds a beautiful highlight to my cheek area. It doesn't look textured on my skin. It melts really nicely into it. And again, I just think the color is beautiful. I just love that shade. The one I didn't use was the more pinky shade. I could probably work with this in some fashion. Probably just have to mix it. It's hard to see because it's so bright, but it's definitely more pink than peach. I love my little Mega Slim eyeliner. I forgot about this guy. I think it's really great for detailing work. I will go in with my bigger felt tip to create the base of the wing, and the lash line. We'll go in with this for the inner corner and just to fill up any gaps that I might have missed to make the lash band blacker. This is not a part of the summer collection, but I love this Megaglo liquid highlighter. I think this is bomb, and for the price, I will put it up next to me. You get 0.5 fluid ounces of product, not too bad. Sorry, couldn't get the tag off correctly. This is in the shade Goddess Glow once again. I will continue using this product. I think it's beautiful on the skin and it blends really well. I was actually very surprised with the quality of this product. Not that I should be, because Wet n Wild, I feel, has been upping their game in terms of quality and performance of their cosmetics, especially with the highlighters. When these came out, oh my god, you could not find them anywhere. Came out with other shades, but I think this is my favorite shade for my skin tone, and it's just gorgeous. The reflect, and this layered on top of the liquid highlighter. I like the lip gloss. I like that it left me with a light pink hue. I think it pairs well with the turquoise and the purple eye. Very summer, very tropical indeed. It feels nice on the lips. Not too sticky. It is gathering a little bit here on the inner part of my lip. I could probably just blend that out. I thought the brush was really nice. I liked how it blended their blush formula. I would also use this to perhaps blend out contour because how it's pinched, and I feel it really be good for that purpose. I just got these because I needed makeup wipes to remove swatches with, and I didn't want to use my Sephora ones, so I think these are a really great deal for that purpose as well. Let me know if you've purchased anything from the Flights of Fancy collection for Wet n Wild, or any other Wet n Wild makeup that you think I will find interesting and really good. Overall, I really loved everything that I used today from what I purchased. I'm especially very surprised with the foundation compact. I will definitely continue to use this on days that I want lighter coverage. Again, when my skin gets better, I'm looking forward to those days that I just need that light layer that's just going to even me out, provide hydration, and make it look luminous. I'm going to continue using this liquid highlighter, especially on bare skin. Oh! So good. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this video helped. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until then, I'll see you on here again with another video. Get ready with me, chit chat or review. I don't have any earrings on. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.